Dither Boy has come a long way since our initial release back in February and has now had 7 software updates and brought us all the way to version number 5. So even if you're experienced with Dither Boy at this point, there may still be a few features we've slipped into an update that you didn't know about. So in this video, I'm going to go through and show you some tips and tricks for using Dither Boy to its full potential, or just making your life a little bit easier while you're dithering. Make your process faster, all that stuff. So if you're new here, Dither Boy will be linked below the video, but everything I mention was added in an update that was free for all existing users, and we have some more updates in the works, so there's never been a better time to get in on Dither Boy than right now. Not going to do all that in this video though, so just go below if you don't know about Dither Boy, and I'm going to get on with it. Tip 1 is super quick and you'll need it for the rest of the video, so make sure you're on the newest version, and you can do that by going to help and clicking on check for updates. Now there is a new version of this form that comes up, and if I click this now, I'll get the new version. But one thing that maybe a lot of people don't realize is that while putting out all these updates is definitely not easy, doing them for free or for free for existing users is not really the hardest part. The hardest part is making sure all of the people who can get the update actually know it's available. Right now, I have some help dealing with the support emails that come in from Dither Boy. So if you didn't know, you can email support@studioAAA.com and get some help if you need it. But sometimes I'll get told like, oh, we had 3 emails today asking if we're ever going to add color, and obviously we did add color, and then you tell those people and they just didn't know that there was an update. So I'm trying really hard to make sure people know about the updates. So that's why the first tip here, if you can call it that, is just make sure you're on the newest version of Dither Boy, which right now is version 5, and there are new versions in the works as well, so that tip will always be relevant. Now the next tip here is going to require I pull in some non-dithered. I'm going to use some of my old artwork here. So this is a poster I made ages ago, by the way, but one thing you might not know is if you just like the glow implementation that we've done here and you have some work that doesn't need dithering for whatever reason, I don't see why you wouldn't be dithering your work. But if you wanted to just use the really precise threshold isolation that we've put into Epsilon Glow, then you can do that without dithering. So on this one, obviously a normal glow would make the text and the green text glow, but because I've got Epsilon Glow here, if I just up the threshold, obviously this glow is a little bit blown out, so I would definitely go and edit things like distance scale, radius, all that stuff. But if you want to isolate a hyper specific part of some of your work, or just an image like this, then you can do that without dithering. Obviously Epsilon Glow designed for dithering specifically, even to a point where you can see like the threshold here is making sort of this area of the image look dithered, even though I don't have a dither turned on here. Yeah, you can use Epsilon Glow to isolate certain parts of an image, like this one where I'm going to isolate just the cat's eyes for the glow like this, and give it a super unique glow that I don't think would be very easy to replicate elsewhere, to be honest. So yeah, tip 2 is you can use Epsilon Glow without dithering. Now turning off Epsilon Glow, I'm going to leave this cat open here, and I'm going to apply basically any dithering algorithm and choose basically any dithering palette. Since it's still October, I'm going to choose Eclipse from the Halloween palette. So our depth slider is not made for you to just crank it all the way to 32, but if you do that, you're going to lose some of your dithering effects. Basically, you're going to lose some of the characteristics of the dithering algorithm that you've chose, but you can just get this really cool sort of mosaic pixel effect on pretty much any dithering algorithm here. So here for this one, rather than the cat's eyes, even though they are being dithered, dithering is still how we're getting to this output, because I've cranked the depth all the way to 32 rather than just keeping it at like 5 or even less. It looks like pixel art. Now, important disclaimer that I love pixel art, and people who create pixel art, it's very tedious and long process. So this is by no means a substitute for pixel art. If you just need one little element of your work to have this effect, then doing that part in Dither Boy with the depth cranked all the way up is a way to get there. Now, another tip that I want to put in this video is, you just saw me use the Halloween palettes here, and I might have more palettes installed here than you do. And the reason for that is, if you go to extras and click on color palettes, you will arrive here where you can download new palettes basically every month, if not more often. So obviously the newest ones are the Halloween ones, and I also put out the medieval painting ones from a different video that I uploaded recently. And so if you stay on top of, or if you just check here regularly, then you'll be up to date with all the newest stuff for Dither Boy. All you would need to do when you downloaded the palettes from the site is come to adjustments, palettes, and then go to bulk import palettes. Now, the next tip I want to give you is a bit more boring, but I've covered in a number of videos now how to dither a video. When I do those tutorials, I will typically pick a clip that is quite short or just of a normal, reasonable length. And the reason being is if you've got any experience with working in video, or if you are a video editor, or if you work in like motion graphics, you'll know that effects like this, you typically would want to edit a section out of your footage of your overall project that you're working on, render that out, take it somewhere else like into an After Effects or software like Dither Boy, and just render your niche effect to the one clip you need it on before you take it back into your big Premiere project file, your Final Cut Pro, DaVinci Resolve, wherever you work, and then cut your little Dither Boy export back in where you need it. Now, if you've not done that, and like quite a lot of people, if you've dithered a video that is, let's say, an hour long, good for you, that's fine. But you might need now to go to settings and click on purge temp folders. So I had 34 temporary folders here, and I don't really I've not dithered anything that's an hour long. Quite a few people have dithered things that are an hour long, which is fine and cool to know that it works, but very much not what we designed this for. Now, we do have video improvements coming in a future update, but you are pretty much always going to need to at some point purge your temp folders. The reason for this is that right now the way it works is it takes your video, breaks it up into frames, applies your dither effects as you set it up in Dither Boy to all the frames, and then it puts the video back together as a video. So in the end, you are going to need to delete all those frames from your computer, and rather than having to go and do it manually, if you just do the purge temp folders, see now I've got 0, that will mean that your next run of video in Dither Boy will run quicker. Or just if you're noticing that Dither Boy is maybe taking up some memory on your computer, then yeah, this will generally fix that purge temp folders. Now, while I'm in the help menu, I'm going to load a different image in so you're not just staring at this cat. But if you go into the help menu and click on settings, you can come to color management. Now, color management is very boring. I know this is not very interesting, but if you use the Pro Photo color profile like I use, you might sometimes get your exported colors looking a little bit more saturated or a little bit more vibrant in your work, I've noticed. Obviously, when we're dithering something and we're reducing an image that is as complex as this color wise, we dither that and we reduce it to a very, very limited color palette like this. Any subtle changes that your chosen color profile has on an image are going to be kind of amplified because we've reduced the color depth so much. So Adobe Compact and sRGB, I've not noticed this with, but if you want your colors to pop more, or if you want them to pop less, then just be aware that Pro Photo tends to have this effect on dithering. For me, I like that, so I'm leaving it on. While we're here in settings, you should also make sure that you've got lossless export on if you would like to export completely uncompressed files when you dither, which for me, because I like to make sure if I ever want to print something. If you're new here, I did used to print my artwork out. I did used to make prints until I was consumed by software. But yeah, when I save stuff, I just like to make sure I've got the file in case I ever want to send it to print. Next, if I come out of the settings menu and go to our style dropdown, you might notice that for me, I have a favorite section here, and one of my favorite dithers and just generally one of my favorite effects in Dither Boy is the waveform dither. Just loaded in this image because I know waveform looks cool on this one. So I use waveform all the time. It's one of my favorites. I really like messing around just using the waveform effects to get stuff like this out of Epsilon and just generally out of the depth slider and stuff. But sometimes, even though like I know this software very well, sometimes I find myself just squinting at this list trying to find the one that I'm thinking of. So now if you go into help and click on settings, go to favorites and scroll down your dither styles to waveform or whatever you want, you can tick the box here and make it your favorite. So that will mean then that at the top of your styles menu, there is a little pinned section now where you can just access your favorites straight away without having to squint and stare at the list and scroll through it a million times while you keep scrolling past the one you actually want, like I do. That was a feature we added in version 5, but obviously because Epsilon and like the Halloween theme are sort of the main event of this update, that is kind of easily missed if you weren't aware of it already. And then my final 2 tips come with a little bit of a waiting period, because one of them is to go to extras and join our Discord. In fact, I don't only have 2 more tips, I have 3 more tips. So first one is join the Discord. Now, like I said, there is a bit of a wait, and I know you're probably not used to waiting to join a Discord server, and I get that, but having the wait there where I actually verify that you are someone who has got Dither Boy from my site means that this Discord server has not been like dead on arrival. It's not full of like crypto links and NFT stuff or like AI scams or bots or whatever. I actually manually go and reject every single bot that tries to join this server, which has been quite a lot. The benefit there is once you're in here, you know the people in here are actually real. Like, it's not, most Discord servers are active for like 2 weeks and then they die because they're full up of people who've either muted it or bots or scams or whatever. If you've been around for a while, you'll know there was a Discord server for Studio AAA before, and I just became really sick of banning people for promoting crypto stuff. So this is how I'm doing it now. So I'm very sorry about the wait when you try to join. However, you'll be benefiting from the wait once you are in. And if you come to the updates channel here, we've got competitions that run nearly every month. There might not be one for next month, but there's one right now and there was one last month. I also put free assets from the tutorials in here as well. And speaking of tutorials, if you go to help in Dither Boy and come down here to tutorials, then you can actually watch tutorials before they get published, because I leave them here unlisted. You might even be watching this one as unlisted, and that's because I have to upload every week or whatever to satisfy the algorithm, but there's no reason that you should wait to view a new tutorial. So I put them all unlisted in this, and you can watch them early if you would like to. For example, these 2 right now are not out, even though I've posted the work online somewhere that I made in the video. So that brings me to the last tip of this video, which isn't really a tip, but it helps both you and me. If you ever have an issue accessing an update, an issue with the software, an issue with your order, or anything in between really, you can now email support@studioaaa.com and there will be someone there. Sometimes it'll be me, sometimes it'll be someone else. There are now 2 of us that can run that inbox basically, which is like big news for me, because for the last 6 years I have responded to every single one of those on my own. And obviously when you're doing software, I like to get things dealt with a little bit quicker now. And so now there is someone, an actual real human being. It's not like an AI bot or a chat bot or anything like that. A real person on the other end of the inbox. So if you ever got a problem, please make use of that. That would really help me, and it will help you get like your issue fixed or dealt with, or get you an answer much sooner. So that is all for this video. Probably going to do another one of these when the next update comes out, just to make sure that there's somewhere you can learn more about Dither Boy without necessarily following a tutorial, because I know that sometimes you don't actually want to design along with me making something, but you just want some help using the software. So I'm trying to make more stuff like that. If there's anything specific you want to see me cover regarding Dither Boy on this channel, let me know. But other than that, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.